Hey guys, it's Kim Junkspoon. Welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. In today's episode, we're taking a look at some gameplay in the brand new Tier 8 Chinese Premium Medium tank, the Type 59. This tank is super hyped, especially on PC. Not quite so much anymore, but it used to be that on PC this was a force to be reckoned with. It was really overpowered, it was very strong, and it also made way too many credits. When they introduced it to Blitz, everyone hyped it up, including myself, and I wanted to just extend a thank you to everyone who voted for my sweet video on the Club Wargaming Type 59 hype video contest. Thank you guys so much, and actually the prize for that contest was the Type 59, and I get to show you guys how to play in the brand new Chinese medium tank. So again, this was super hyped on the PC, it made a ton of credits and it was super OP, but then they really nerfed it. It's not quite as good anymore, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on if you have one or not. But when they introduced it to Blitz, it wasn't super strong. It could see Tier 10s, it has pretty bad penetration, so you have issues shooting at Tier 10s, but in the most recent patch, they changed it. So everyone who had Type 59s, which was basically Wargaming employees, the Type 59 stats changed a little bit. The reload was increased a little bit, but they also gave it preferential matchmaking, so it does not see Tier 10s, which is the really big downside here. So that's honestly one of the reasons I like this thing, because I really hate being in matches when you are the low tier. So yeah, I guess you could get in a game where it's only Tier 8s and 9s, but that really never happens. There's usually some Tier 7s. So basically, you will always have someone 2 tiers below you to shoot at in the Type 59, which is great. So we're here battling it out on Fort Despair, and I'm platooned up with Stormbreaker Z12. He also has the Type 59. He didn't get it for free. He got it as an early Christmas gift because it's super hyped, and it's actually really good. I'm going to take a shot at this Pershing, damages his ammo rack, and hits his tracks. I don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of just looking off into the distance. So I put another shot in, and then he realizes that he's actually being shot at. So he turns his turret. Basically, we flanked around in our mediums, and they all went to this side. So throw a little wiggle here, and we're going to bounce off our side armor. The armor on the Type 59 is pretty good. Not against this T-34, but what I do here is I angle my armor so he doesn't want to shoot, and then I back off so he can't shoot me. The armor on the Type 59 is basically, it's the turret of a T-54. It's actually the Chinese variant of the T-55A, which is actually a premium tank in World of Tanks PC for like the missions. I have a Tier 4 in World of Tanks PC, so I'm not an expert, but I've seen Quickie Baby's videos. It's basically a T-54 that looks different. It's basically the same thing. So this is the T-55A variant from China. It has a little bit different gun. They've balanced it for World of Tanks, and so its gun is pretty bad compared to that of the T-54. The DPM's not nearly as good. It's inaccurate. It has a long aim time. It's got bad penetration. And the hull is not as strong as the T-54s, but the hull is pretty strong. You will get bounces, especially off the side when you're angling. And if you see someone aiming at your front, you can use a really good tractor burst to swing your tank around so that when they shoot your upper plate, it's going to be too angled. That's a tactic called bait fishing. It's pretty difficult, and it looks like it's 2v2. So Stormbreaker Z12 is going to focus on that VK. I'm going to focus on the T-44, and he should have been able to kill me here, but he keeps shooting at my gun manlet, which is actually not where you shoot tanks usually. I pop adrenaline, and I don't need APCR to pen his upper plate. It's a T-44. It's not really a brawling medium tank. He's bouncing off my turret. Basically, I face hugged him there, so he could not hit my upper plate. He did not have enough gun impression, and he couldn't hit my turret. So, bam! We get the 2v2, easily 3 kills apiece. Let's take a look at those post-game stats. And this is a premium tank, so it does make quite a bit of credits. So, as you can see here, we did make 62,000 credits, 2,700 damage. Stormbreaker Z12 did 2,100. Let's get straight into the next game here on Lost Temple. They did change this map around a bunch in the most recent update. Basically, the layout's the same, but in the southeast corner, they changed the whole hill area there. It used to have shots on everyone on the temple, but they've basically added a bunch of new rivers. It's kind of like a river delta over there with a bunch of new bridges that you can suicide off of and all that fun stuff. And then the town is basically the same. They've changed the layout a little bit of the buildings, and they've given it a brand new color scheme, I'll say. It used to be like really green. It kind of looked like he was in the Matrix, but now it's more in tune with the rest of the maps in Blitz. And I like it. I really like how when you're a medium on the temple, you cannot get shot in the butt by all the campers in the southeast corner, which is something that I really hated, because camping in the southeast corner usually loses you games. So basically, what they'll do is, if you are a medium on the temple, you get shot by all the people who lose the game for your team. So you have a bad game, but then your team wins. So, yeah, not super fun. The general strategy for this game is they have a bunch of mediums and we have a bunch of mediums. So I thought, hey, all their mediums are going to split up because it's a random battle and you cannot get your team to go to the same direction. So I thought, hey, half of them are going to go town, half of them are going to go to the southeast corner. What is that guy doing? I didn't even notice that until I watched this replay again. But literally, he just YOLO swagged in front of everyone on their team and he didn't do anything. He did 0 damage. And now he's going to try to climb the hill. It doesn't work, bud. You cannot climb that hill. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so basically you just have bad games, your team will lose. But now you cannot get shot by people camping in the southeast corner when you're on the temple here, which is really nice. Basically what I did there is I said, oh my god, we've basically taken the right side and we've lost the left side of this little temple area. So I'm just going to pop around to the right side and do some damage so I don't get shot. But that was my general plan. And then of course the T-3485 goes around the corner and dies right where I wanted to shoot all those guys, so thanks. As we can see, Centurion, and right there you can see that my FPS plummeted when I went into sniper mode. It only happened in this game, and I think it only happens on this map. But when I go into sniper mode on this map, my FPS drops like a rock. Later on, my FPS goes from about 60 to 20 when I go to sniper mode, which is terrible. And I act like a little dirty noob there shooting when I wasn't even aimed at him. Good job, me. We get the kill on the Centurion, and now this is the Type 59, and I shouldn't really lose this game, or shouldn't really lose this engagement. I have Adrenaline and APCR, and I have more health, and I have Stormbreaker C12 also shooting him, so basically I win easily, and our KV-13 gets the kill. So now it's just Panther. I'm going to take a clutch shot. Boom, 0.39 accuracy, so it's really not super great to be taking clutch shots in this, but at this range it doesn't really matter. And we're going to go sniper mode. Oh god, that FPS though. And of course we hit Stormbreaker Z12's gun mantlet. If team damage was on, I'd be way more careful taking those shots, but they've disabled team damage. I'm not sure if it's just for the North American server or for the whole World of Tanks Blitz in general. But there were way too many team killers, so they just turned it off. And so we put APCR to his side, and then I say, maybe I'll try sniper mode again to see if AP will pen. So I back up, switch to AP in sniper mode. Oh, maybe his turret. Okay, FPS drops to 20, so don't hit the shot. And then he shoots us, of course. And basically now I'm a one-shot. So what I'm going to do here is hide behind Stormbreaker Z12 so I don't get shot. It's kind of a dirty little move, but he's aimed at me, and he reloaded his gun, but he wanted to kill me. So our KV-13 had a really good game, 4 kills, but I did a bunch of damage. So let's take a look at those post-game stats. So 2,100 damage, 38,000 credits netted. Did shoot quite a bit of APCR that game. Stormbreaker C12 did 2,500 damage. Type 59 overall, really good tank platooned up. Let's take a look at one more game. Yeah, one more game here on the new map, Himmelsdorf. I really like this map. This is one of my favorite maps. And my general strategy going into it was, I like trains. Everyone go trains. But as it turns out, trains is actually like a terrible place to go because you can get shot in the side, you can get shot underneath the trains, you can get shot through the trains, and they're just kind of like an overall terrible place to be. So, as it turns out, going to the Banana Road is actually the best plan. I don't know what we're calling it these days. The Banana Road, the alley. On PC, that little like castle up there, you can actually go there, and that's the hill. And then this is like the something line. I don't know. On World of Tanks PC, there's like a grid system, and it's like the F line or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what it's actually called on PC. But I think we're calling it Banana Road nowadays. We're going to call it Banana Road. Just command decision. And this is a great place to go because all these sweet little hull down spots let you just poke around these corners while you're hull down or angling your upper plate really well and bounce shots, and you can fire. So, great place to be, especially in medium tanks because you can use these hull down places, and they're all over the place. Actually, you can climb up on those and take shots across the courtyard, but the courtyard is a terrible place to be because you can get shot from literally everywhere. So, unless you're capping, which is still a terrible thing to do on this map, then don't go to the courtyard. And the general idea on this map, again, is either go Banana Road or go trains, which is what this team did. They all went trains, and it doesn't actually turn out well for them. As you can see here, we can shoot them through the trains, but they can't really shoot through the trains because, I don't know, it's just how it works. So their SU-122-44 has gone all the way around. Take a shot into the Black Prince, pretty clutch. That was APCR because I was thinking of shooting that STI. Black Prince is going to pop out again, and if he's going to pop out, I'll take the shot. And of course we hit his mid plate, so super well angled, don't pen, whatever, man. I can deal with it. I still have AP loaded for this STI, and I have literally 0 chance of penning him. I've looked at an Armor Inspector, and it's 0%. So, you know, never make clutch shots when I take clutch shots, but I would not have penned that shot. And of course, this guy turns around. RNGesus blesses me with a shot that was literally in the middle of the aiming circle. That was like through the top of the little aiming triangle. And so I hit his rear. So that's like, you know, RNGesus loving me. Okay, we missed the shot there because we hit the bump. I'm a dirty little scrub. And, yeah, I'm blaming it on finals because I wasn't able to play Blitz. That's what we're blaming it on. It's not that I just suck. STI here, I don't need APCR for this, guys. You're but yellow swag. It's a premium tank. I can shoot as many APCRs as I want, and I'll still make credits. Back to AP because I want to make a lot of credits, and we're just going to DPM this guy. I've got adrenaline loaded because it's tier 9s, and we want to kill them quick. And it's right here that my ping starts to just go nuts. He went into the trains a little bit, and for basically this entire time when I'm not fighting, I'm trying to figure out what's causing the ping to spike, and it's actually my computer backing up to iCloud. So later on, I'm like, it's terrible, and there's a bunch of packet loss and things like that, and I'm trying to fumble with my computer to turn the Wi-Fi off or stop the backup. So Type 59 over here, and we're poking around. We don't get the shot on him, unfortunately. But then you see this comet, and I'll say, yeah, let's go get this comet. But unfortunately, we don't quite have the reload to get this guy. We take the shot, but we don't hit anything. I mean, he wasn't even there. So I thought he was going to run that corner, but then he wasn't. Whatever, man. He basically just runs the whole game, and you can do that if you want. I think it's a terrible idea. He could have done more damage. And okay, we appear on a different side of the trains, and then we go into the train. So a little bit of packet loss there. It's just my Wi-Fi acting up, and actually that's kind of like what I deal with 24/7. The only reason I stopped playing Blitz is my Wi-Fi acts up, which is really sad. So anyways, it's just the comet left, and we just try to find him. I'm experiencing a bunch of packet loss right here, so I basically just turn the Wi-Fi completely off on my computer, which is what I record on, so it can't actually back up to iCloud anymore. And that goes pretty well. That's honestly what I do whenever I have these Wi-Fi issues. When I play at other people's houses, they have enough bandwidth to do their uploads without it affecting the ping too much. And actually, I just read this recently, but you can prioritize which devices you want the network to prioritize, I guess. Basically, like if my iPad is playing WoT Blitz and then my computer's backing up, I can tell the router to say, yo, I'm just going to take your iPad stuff, and then I'll get to the backup when I can. I hit the rock because I'm trying to turn the Wi-Fi back on my computer now that the backup is stopped. So, anyways, this comet just literally ran the whole game, and he's hiding in a corner as opposed to doing damage. We do get a super clutch shot on him pretty soon here. Go around the corner. There he is. 0.39 accuracy. We still hit right in the middle of the aiming circle again, so that's like the second time this game that RNGesus has blessed me. So, battle finished. That was a solo game, was not Platoon Stormbreaker Z12 there. Let's take a look at how well I did. And as we can see, we did 2695 damage, 60,000 credits netted, thank you so much, and 997 base XP. So now we're going to take a look at a couple of clips that illustrate how you use platoons in this tank. So we're here on the new Lost Temple? Yeah, I can't even remember the name of this map. Lost Temple again. It's basically me and Stormbreaker Z12 versus a Conqueror. So he fires AP, bounces off my side armor, and then says, I'm going to switch to APCR. And I've actually looked at it in Armor Inspector, and you cannot pen my side armor at that angle with AP from the Conqueror. So he's using the 120mm L1A1 gun with 158mm of penetration, but my armor is too well angled. He doesn't overmatch it. So Stormbreaker Z12 and I are going to focus this guy down, put one more shot in, and then he pens my gun mantlet. Ready? Boom. That was my gun mantlet. That commander stat, you can't actually pen that. So that was either like my turret cheeks or my gun mantlet, and if he's shooting per ammo, I'm going to shoot per ammo. I hit him once, and then Stormbreaker Z12 takes him out. So with focused fire, I lost half my health, and then a tier 9 lost his whole health. And here's a T-54, and he decides to shoot me, which is actually a mistake, because it's both of us. We both have adrenaline, and we both have premium ammo. So we go around the corner. I have taken 2 hits. We're both on adrenaline, and this guy he can't even do anything. What my job here is to side hug him and make sure that he tries to shoot my turret, which he can't actually pen, and then Stormbreaker Z12 is just going to get the damage on him. So I put one shot into him, then he bounces off my turret again, and so I have not taken any more damage than when I first went around the corner. Stormbreaker took 1 shell, but we still got him. So that just illustrates that in platoons with adrenaline, this thing can easily take out tier 9s, and face hugging is a great strategy. So this tank is only available in the stores for just a little bit. It is a pretty expensive bundle. It's like $50, but you do get a big chunk of gold, and there's a $70 one with 1,250 gold plus 2,500 extra. No, it's 12,500 gold and 2,500 extra. So it's a expensive bundle. You can put it on your Christmas list or Hanukkah list. It's too late for Hanukkah, but yeah, it's pretty expensive, but it's a good tank. So if you are looking to pick up a Tier 8 premium, this is probably the one that I would recommend, especially if you do well in medium tanks. The DPM isn't that great, but it does have a pretty good 100mm gun. It's inaccurate. It takes a long time to aim, but I still hit clutch shots. So you know what? I'm okay with it. Type 59, Tier 8 Chinese premium tank. It's the first Chinese tank added to the game in Wargaming. Basically what they do is they add a premium tank, and then they add the whole line. They did it for British, they did it for Japanese with the Kinyotsu. Oh my god, the Kinyotsu is amazing. And then they did it for the Chinese. So maybe the Chinese tech tree is going to appear in another patch coming up soon. I have no clue, but it'd be sweet. I know they're working on the T-57 heavy line. I know they're working on the Frenchies. I know they're working on more Japanese tanks. I know they're working on more German tanks, more American, Russian, and British tanks. So I don't know what they're going to add next, but I'm sure it's going to be great. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up down below and stay tuned for more awesome tank videos. Thanks.